and I cook my way.
Hello my crowd, this is Soth Locullo, and in today's video we will see how to make beef carpaccio and also salmon carpaccio. But before, it will be very supportive if you remember a very important thing: to subscribe to my channel and also click the bell button and give me a big like. Most of all because in the first video we bought a burner and we are not using it because I thought that one sometimes can forget to pay gas's bill or rush to camping, so I will show you how to cook meat and fish without flames. Please make sure with your first camera to let fall your pepper pot and do also a replay with your second camera. Now, first of all, it's time to drink some whiskey. And put a thumb up testing your third camera. And now that we are good, let's take a plate. For this recipe we need to slice some meat, or like me you can ask your butcher to slice it for you, but remember that we need the thinner slices possible. Let's take a look at our very thin lean beef slices and let's go to list our ingredients. We need a quarter spoon of pink Himalayan kosher salt, the same of Applewood smoked black kosher salt or just salt, a sprig of parsley, 1 cup of fresh rocket, 3 tiny mushrooms per plate we will use for our meat carpaccio and 1 more for the salmon, 2 more also for the garnishments. Some Parmigiano Reggiano we will cut into flakes and the juice of 2 or 3 big yellow lemons per plate. We can use also green lemons for this recipe or limes, but the latter are very acid, so I don't recommend it. Anyway, I will be not there with you, my friends, so you can do whatever you want as usual. You can also use a very little garlic clove, but I personally don't like it raw or cooked this way, so it's better for me to avoid it. These ingredients were most for our meat. Now let's take a look at the other recipe. We need salmon, a sprig of parsley, some flakes of Parmigiano Reggiano, a quarter spoon of both our fancy salts, the last in a cup because I don't know why, and some fresh chives. Now you can put your meat in a tray, it's a very beautiful presentation, but I suggest you to put your carpaccio directly onto a plate, because you will move many things at the end, so it will result very messy. Let's arrange our meat in a plate, but be sure not to cross the meat, because it will be hard for the lemon to cook the inside part. Now with your superpowers arrange the super thin slices of your meat in your plate this way and go to squeeze all the juice you can from the lemons. Now that you have the juice of 5-6 lemons, pour half of your cup onto the meat. And now is where the magic results. Then pour 1 ounce of extra virgin olive oil, I didn't mention in the list because I forgot, in the plate and move gently the liquids. Do it with a spoon, because if you do with a fork you will be not able to take the liquids and wet the corners of the meat, so it's not recommendable. You can try with a knife splashing it all over, but look how beautiful is the result with our gorgeous spoon. Okay, let's be serious just for a second now that our meat is marinating. Add your pink salt and also your smoked black salt, making sure to reach all the corners, and let's crush some black pepper if you like it spicy. Then you can hit the pepper pot just because you are a very awful and evil person as I am, and hit it again until you hear it cry. Now you can peel your mushrooms so the meat can macerate into the lemon, but I prefer to eat the mushrooms with the skin. Take your green knife, not your white knife, because you are a bully person with your kitchen tools, so with your green knife cut super thin slices of mushrooms, like this, and cut them all with your speed superpowers. Therefore, you can arrange them on top of your meat, just like this. Now my friend, let's take a look how fast I can be. Wow, I'm a very superhuman. Take care of wet your mushrooms while you see the meat having a more pinkish color, and let's wet all the corners of the meat. Let's chop your parsley, but our green knife is living its best life. So take your mezzaluna knife and squeeze gently all over your wooden tablet, or you can just chop your parsley with scissors, but the most important thing is that you sip a little bit of your favorite drink. Now sprinkle the parsley we didn't add before because it wilters very fast. And at the end we can add our rocket like a nest with a very fresh mushroom for garnishment. I advise you to place it directly into the center of the plate. It's very beautiful, doesn't it? It is time now to cut our Parmigiano Reggiano into flakes. You can grate it or just cut it with a knife. But in flakes, it is the best because it's very flavorful and you will not be overwhelmed only by its strong flavor. Use your superpowers to end it fast and take a little piece because you are starving and this cheese is just the perfection. Add more pepper and we finished our meat carpaccio. And now let's try this deliciousness. It's a big bite, but it's very delicious. You have to try this at home. Really. Enjoy. Now cut into thin slices our salmon long size. And with our flash speed superpowers, let's arrange the salmon into a plate. Just in this way. Look how fast I am. Can you? Now cut your fresh chives, but first let's add both our strange fancy salts. Let's jump the part of adding the chives and pour half of your lemon covering the salmon. And in the meantime, you can eat also some fresh berries from your set. They are delicious. And why not just a little sip while the meat and the salmon are macerating. Pour 1 ounce of olive oil and add a 1/4 spoon of balsamic vinegar of Modena, just if you like it. Slice a couple of little mushrooms and arrange them on top of your salmon. Do a nest then with your rocket and add some flakes of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. We have a whole heaven for who loves meat and another heaven for who is a fish lover. Remember to wait 20 minutes for the meat and the salmon to macerate into the lemon, and that's all. See you in the next video.
And I cook my